75 years old, and if you're listening to me right now, I want you to slow down for a moment. Not because I'm old, but because I have lived long enough to see how the story ends. And I need to tell you something I wish someone had told me when I still had more time, when I was young. I believed life was about building something impressive, a strong career, a secure home, a respected name. I grew up in a small American town where hard work was everything, and my father used to say, "If you're not moving forward, you're falling behind." So I kept moving. At 25, I worked 2 jobs. At 30, I bought my first house. At 35, I barely saw my family because I was busy providing, telling myself it was temporary, just until the promotion, just until things settled down. But life never settles down. It simply moves quietly. I remember one ordinary Tuesday evening when my daughter, only 7 years old, asked me to sit and watch her draw, and I told her, "Not now, sweetheart. Daddy's tired," believing there would be another Tuesday like that. And there were many Tuesdays after, but there was never another moment where she was 7, holding crayons, waiting for me. You don't notice when moments become memories. You only notice when they're gone. At 42, I got the promotion I had chased for years, a corn office, a bigger paycheck, longer hours. And that same year my marriage began to feel distant, not because we fought, but because we stopped talking, stopped sitting together without a screen between us, stopped noticing each other. Love doesn't disappear in dramatic explosions. It fades in small, quiet choices, choosing work over dinner, choosing exhaustion over conversation, choosing distraction over presence. And one day you realize you were living beside someone, not with them. At 50, my mother passed away, and the deepest pain wasn't the funeral but remembering all the times she called and I said, "I'll call you back later," because later became never, and I would give anything to hear her voice one more time. At 60, I retired, thinking I would finally rest and enjoy what I had built. But instead I felt empty because for 40 years I had chased achievement, and when the chase ended, I didn't know who I was without it. In that silence, I began remembering their school play I missed, the anniversary dinner I rescheduled, the road trip we never took, and I realized that success had given me photographs of smiling moments. But my deepest memories were simple. Sunlight on the kitchen table, my wife laughing, my daughter asleep on my shoulder. At 72, my wife got sick, and hospital rooms have a way of stripping life down to what truly matters. No one talks about job titles there. You just hold hands and pray for more time. And when she passed, I didn't think about the money we made. I thought about the evenings I rushed and the conversations I half listened to. Now, at 85, my body moves slower, but my understanding is clearer than ever. Life was never about building something impressive. It was about being present while building it. There is nothing wrong with ambition. But if your success costs you presence, the bill will come later and it will be heavy. If you're 30, 40, or 50 listening to me, you still have time. Not unlimited time, but enough. Enough to call your parents. Enough to sit longer at the dinner table. Enough to watch your child draw even if you're tired. Enough to hold your partner's hand without checking your phone. You don't need a dramatic life change. You need small shifts. Choosing presence over productivity once a day. Choosing listening over reacting. Choosing to stay instead of rush. Because one day you will sit where I'm and the question will not be how much did I earn, what was I truly there at the end of life. What comforts you is not what you achieved, but who you held and how fully you were present. So do not wait for retirement to start living. Do not wait for a tragedy to start appreciating. Do not wait for a loss to understand love. Be there today, because when you reach 85, what truly matters will not be your achievements but your presence.